glory to glory, we tend to think, we get this image of going higher and higher. We tend to get this feeling, this thought that there's this progression where we go from one level of God into another level of God, to the next level of God, to the next level of God. And what we fail to realize is that sometimes from glory to glory means setback after setback.
Yes.
Oh, you better hear what God is saying. Sometimes from glory to glory means setback after setback, challenge after challenge, and we need to understand that today.
Yes, sir.
Oh, goodness. When I'm reminded of some of the individuals that God has used, and Joseph comes to mind, and Joseph had a dream. God gave Joseph a vision of what was going to transpire. It wasn't just a feel-good dream, it was a vision of what was to come. And you know how we are whenever we hear from God, whenever we receive something from God, the first thing we want to do is share.
Amen.
We want to share because we get excited when God speaks. We get excited when God shows us things. And we need to understand that not everybody is going to share in that excitement. Amen. And here he is. He had to be on cloud 9. I know you don't number your clouds, but he had to be on cloud 9 when he heard or when he saw that what God was going to do with his life. He had to have been excited, and he ran and he told, who would you tell? Your family. He told his family, and not everybody was happy about it. In fact, nobody was happy about it. And here he is here, and then a little time passes, and then his brothers who got jealous throw him into a pit. And you know what they said? Let's see what happens to his dream now. Oh, see, you get a word that you're going to be raised up, and then you find yourself in a pit. It's something. And then they get him out of the pit, and now you're elevated again. I'm out of the pit, but now I'm in slavery. Wow. And then I get from the field to Potter's house. And Potiphar's house. And here I am being elevated once again just to get thrown into prison. Glory to glory. Setback after setback, challenge after challenge. Here he is with a word from the Lord, and as he pressed into the word, everything in the natural went back. Wow. So when somebody starts singing glory to glory, see, I used to get excited, but now I know. See, now I know what glory to glory means. So here we are. And we need to understand that God always uses a challenge, a test, to promote. He always uses setbacks as setups. All right. You have to understand how God works. And just when you get excited about what he's going to do, he starts doing it. Why? Because he's creating a future, but he has to prepare you for it. And quite often when he prepares you for where he's taking you, he has to take you back. You better hear what God is saying. And he talks about this big thing. He talks about you going to the nations. He talks about you making a great impact for Christ. He talks about you, all these things, and then you're like, yeah, you get excited, but then he takes you to the backside of the desert. Why? Because he has to prepare you. And Jesus takes it up in Matthew 25, in the 21st verse, he says, those who are faithful over a few things, I will make you ruler over many. And the prophet And Zechariah, he tells them in the 4th chapter, he says, despise not small beginnings. See, we need to understand that it is those small things, it is those few things that equip you.
All right.
So he's saying, don't despise what I'm using to build you. You got to hear what he's saying. Don't despise the very thing I'm using to get you ready for where you're going. See, because if you despise where you are, it can't work. And that means you got to stay longer. See, few things. When you're faithful over few things, it shows God that, one, that there's a proven level of commitment. It shows that your motivations, your true motivations are revealed. Because nobody sticks with something that doesn't appear to be going anywhere.
Come on, sir.
Are you with me? There's a level of commitment that he's calling you to. That's why when Paul was talking to Timothy, he said, now everything that I poured into you got to pour into not men of faith, but faithful men.
Amen.
See, there's a difference. It sounds like a play on words, but there's a profound difference because you can have faith and not be faithful. So he says, I want you to pour this into faithful men. Oh, you better hear God. So what is motivating you? If fame and fortune motivates you, then I'm at to deal with that until you're broken. If that is what your motivation is, you got to hear God. You got to hear it. You can't despise what I'm using to equip.